Hey guys, just a little bit of an apology. I'm kind of sick right now, so my voice is going to sound a little weird. But yeah, anyways. With the release of Instant Action in September of 2019 for EA Star Wars Battlefront 2, I wanted to talk about some features I think the offline game mode could use in order to be the best possible experience for single players like you and myself. For new players just now checking out the game, Instant Action is an offline single-player game mode that allows the player to engage in large-scale objective-based battles against the AI. It's a mode the offline community has been asking for since the launch of the game in 2017. Well, while it's taken a while, it's finally here, and it seems like the mode will be getting continued support by the developers. With that said, we currently have some great features in Instant Action, but there's a lot more potential of what this offline game mode could be as a whole. So today, I'm going to talk about 11 essential features that I think should be implemented in EA Star Wars Battlefront 2's Instant Action. Just as a heads up, this list is in no particular order. It's just random essential features I think should be in the mode. Number 1. The ability for the player and the AI to use cross-era heroes on any map. Battlefront 2 seems to be all about player choice. In both single-player arcade mode and most multiplayer modes, the player is able to select their favorite heroes on any map and era. You'll often see Leia running around on Camino or General Grievous slaying rebels on Hoth during games of multiplayer. For some reason, Instant Action lacks this feature despite being an all-inclusive single-player mode. I think this is one of many key features players would want in Instant Action since it allows players to practice with their favorite hero in an offline sandbox arena, but also live out their battle fantasies in a non-competitive environment. With the ability for both the player and the AI to select cross-era heroes across every map and era, you can have those same epic what-if moments of Anakin Skywalker fighting Darth Vader offline without the pain of fighting a spammy player or hacker. The way they can make this work is a simple toggle feature to enable the AI to use cross-era heroes. Switching this on would allow the AI to use cross-era heroes on any and every map that is playable in Instant Action. As far as the player goes, the player should just have access to all the heroes available in the game from the start, and it's really a matter of what hero the player wants to select during their match of Instant Action to make it Star Wars authentic or not. DICE needs to remember that this is single player. I don't think seeing Kylo Ren in the menu as an available hero for the player to select on Naboo is going to break the immersion that much if the player can choose to select the hero or not. In all, I think this gives players that sandbox experience they're looking for when it comes to gaming, especially in the Star Wars universe. Number 2. A toggle to allow the AI to appear as blaster, lightsaber, or mixed AI heroes. What this feature would do is allow the player to set the type of AI heroes that appear on the battlefield during a match. Sometimes you don't feel like being chopped up to pieces by Anakin while you're trying to have a one-on-one Chewbacca versus Bossk fight. Or you don't like to be blown up into the stratosphere by Bossk when you're trying to have a one-on-one with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. The ability to select what type of AI heroes that show up during a match, whether it be blaster heroes, lightsaber heroes, or a mix of both, would really open up a level of replayability to the offline mode since you could experiment and create the ultimate matchup of your dreams, especially if paired with the cross-era hero option. This way you could really play out your Star Wars battle fantasies. Number 3. Friendly Hero AI. As it sounds, this feature would allow the AI to play as heroes on your team. There have been players, including myself, who have actually encountered a bug that has enabled this. Plus there are mods for the PC that also enable this. However, through my experience with Friendly Hero AI, I can vouch to say that this feature is a true game changer. It literally changes the entire feel of single-player Instant Action. Recently, when I was playing as a regular trooper and a Friendly Hero Finn showed up, it felt like a scene right out of the movie. Because the regular trooper AI seems to be handicapped depending on what team you select, you'll find that your AI teammates aren't as competent as you'd like them to be. But when a Friendly Hero AI shows up, it changes things. Suddenly it feels like there's another competent player on your team that will help you win the match. And there's something special about it being a competent AI controlled hero and not just you who's leading the charge. Friendly Hero AI makes it feel like you're playing with another competent real-life player. And there's nothing quite like it. One criticism I've seen from the developers who have commented on this feature is the fact that the AI might be using a hero that you want. Well, I think the solution to this is quite simple. Just have the Friendly Hero AI despawn from that hero and respawn as a regular trooper if you select that hero that is currently on the field. I do think having the option for friendly heroes to show up on the battlefield is a must-have for instant action, especially after experiencing it in action. Number 4. The ability to toggle on and off vehicle AI. So this one is a bit preemptive in the fact that there isn't vehicle AI currently in the game. Ben Walk has confirmed that the team is still working on vehicle AI, so just a simple toggle to turn them on and off would be a nice feature. Sometimes you want to have a chaotic battle with AT-ST walkers stomping around the battlefield, while other times you might just want an all-out infantry-based battle. I think giving the choice to the player is also a must-have feature when it comes to creating an offline sandbox experience, which seems to be the route DICE is taking for the new single-player game mode. Number 5. The ability to battle cross eras, factions, and maps. This one is a big one and probably the least probable feature instant action will get, but it still makes my list. Essentially, this is the ability to fight resistance against the Separatist Army, the Rebellion against First Order, clone troopers against the Galactic Empire, and so forth. Of course, to get even crazier would be to go all out and have the Rebellion fight against Resistance, or the First Order fight against the Empire, but that's getting a little bit ludicrous. The idea of mixing and matching battles on any map would be a dream feature and certainly the epitome of a sandbox experience. The realistic version of this, and one that I'd definitely settle for, is at least being able to select any map to have each faction fight on so the players aren't limited to 5 Clone Wars maps for the Clone Wars, or 3 sequel era maps to play as the sequel era factions. This feature would allow you to fight the Empire as the Rebellion on Kamino or Naboo, for example. So this way the player has more options of maps to play as their favorite factions on. But again, this feature is probably the least likely out of all the ones on this list. Number 6. The feature of having everything unlocked. This is a feature that was in Arcade and is very surprising that it's not an instant action. In Arcade, the player has the ability to have everything unlocked at the start of the match, or the player can treat the game like multiplayer and have to earn battle points to unlock things like heroes and reinforcements. Why this isn't an instant action is beyond me. Having to collect battle points to try out a brand new reinforcement in instant action is pretty annoying. I get that sometimes you might want the game to feel like multiplayer, or have some sort of challenge by collecting battle points to unlock things, but there should also be an option that has everything unlocked for the player from the start of the match, in which you don't need battle points to unlock anything. A relatively basic feature, but a crucial one in my book. Number 7. A time of day and weather setting. This is a feature I've seen players requesting on a constant basis for instant action. DICE currently has maps that have different times of day and even weather changes. Because instant action is an offline single player mode, it would be pretty cool to be able to switch through the different variants of each map. Playing Tatooine at night in Arcade feels way different than playing Tatooine during the day. Having a torrential downpour on Kamino feels different than it not raining at all. While this feature wouldn't add a whole lot of utility to the mode, it would add that extra level of variety for each map, since playing each map with different weathering settings sometimes makes it feel like you're playing an entirely new map, despite it being the exact same map.
Starting at the junkyard and cantina. We'll ID the bodies in the wreckage.
Number 8. A buddy or command system. The ability to either have a few AI teammates follow you, or the ability to send them to specific command posts would make instant action truly feel like the mode it was intended to be. Currently, the AI doesn't seem to have a set way of playing. It's usually randomized. Sometimes the AI will do what you were hoping, but often they seem to do whatever they want, which doesn't make it feel cohesive. The original Battlefront games allowed you to have 2 other AI teammates that would follow you around the map. There was actually even a bug on Kashyyyk in this game when instant action first launched where 2 AI teammates would follow you around until your first death. This would be a helpful feature for the game mode, along with the ability to select command posts to prioritize. While it's more of a feature for multiplayer, players can communicate with their teammates what command posts they'll focus on. In instant action, the same feature can be used to direct priority or attention to a given command post for your AI teammates. By selecting a command post under enemy control, this would alert nearby AI to attack that control point, and by selecting a friendly command post, this would alert the AI to defend it. Being able to strategize with friendly AI is a key feature I think that needs to be added into instant action, whether it be a buddy system or directive system, or even both. It can honestly be frustrating when you want your AI team to go capture a command post with you, but they're all gathered on one command post you already control. I really think this would give instant action the feeling that things are in the player's hands and not just winning or losing based on pure luck and chance, as winning or losing a match currently feels completely random since the player has no control of the outcome no matter how good or bad they play. Number 9. Starfighters. I don't know to what capacity, but I do think there should be starfighters in instant action. I'd love to see this implemented in a similar way to how they were in skirmish mode in Battlefront 2015, in that they focused on destroying enemy ground vehicles, battled with other starfighters in the sky, and would do strafing runs on the player. I know a lot of people hated the latter when they did this, but on modes like easy and normal, they hardly did any damage and gave the player an epic opportunity to shoot them straight out of the sky with a pistol. Moments like that were awesome, and I'd hope they bring them back in Battlefront 2's instant action. It seems to add flair and a variety to the chaos that can be experienced on the offline battlefield. Number 10. Split screen. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Ben has stated that there are performance reasons as to why split screen isn't in instant action currently, but I do hope they are able to implement this at some point because it seems to be very important to the offline community. Number 11. The final feature for instant action is a big one, and probably the biggest one yet. Can I get a drum roll from you, please? A fucking pause button. Come on guys, we're 5 months in and we don't have a damn pause button? Just put that shit in already. My guess is that instant action runs off the same functionalities as Supremacy, which is why we only get maps for instant action when Supremacy gets new maps. And because you can't pause during a multiplayer game of Supremacy, you can't pause during an offline single player match of instant action. Just my theory though. Either way, we need a pause button for when I gotta take the dog out or drop a deuce. I can't tell you how many times I got pissed at the Separatist army for taking over an entire city while I was on the dumper. That's just unfair, man. But yeah, this has been 11 key features I'd love to see for instant action. While it's not everything I'd like to see, these are the most viable features I can see the team over at DICE adding right now with their current direction of the offline game mode. In all, I'm very thankful for DICE for finally including this mode into the game. I hope they continue to support and expand this offline game mode, as I'm sure we can all agree there's limitless potential with this. But let me know down in the comments below things I might have missed, or personal features you'd like to see added into instant action. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos similar to this one. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
We secured command.
I get nervous when it's easy.